Hi, how's it going? Today I'm gonna play and improvise in a Brazilian Caipira song, and it's a modern song, modern of the 60s, but modern. And why modern? Traditional musicians wouldn't do a harmony like that, a structure like that. Maybe the lyrics also, they wouldn't do it. This was a champion music of a TV festival that was very important to give fame to one of the most important Brazilian musicians. It was the festival of the TV record. And the composer of this song is Geraldo Vandré. It's called Disparada. It starts with a call of the viola. Viola. It's not exactly the viola. The viola. It's a 10-string guitar with steel strings. It's a metallic sound. The strings are doubled, so it emphasizes this metallic sound. And what else could I say about the viola? And it's very they have some very typical manners of playing and a different tuning of the conventional guitar, because it's most of the times it's tuned on making a major chord. That is one tuning that we use the D major chord. You play without playing any string, and you could do the D major. What else could I say? Disparada. It's a very popular song. It happened in the times of dictatorship here in Brazil. The singer that defended it was Jair Rodrigues, one of the great voices of Brazilian music. And I'm gonna play for you. I'm reading today because I have last time to record this live, and I'm gonna show you some resources that we can find in the viola music. Talking about the style, that's one important thing. It's written here in my lead sheet that it's a baião, but if you ask some musicians, they don't recognize a real baião here. We could say that it's a rasqueado. It's a style of a very swing style that's played on viola, or a pagode de viola. That's similar. Let me try to know. This is more or less a pagode de viola. It has some of and this song started with a toada. And toada, it's a name that I've told you about. before in some lives that toada can be a lot of things in Brazil. In Caipira music, that's a country rural music, it can be a slow or medium tempo, that with a little like more or less like that, because in different regions of Brazil it's played differently. Alright, so I'm gonna start and talk something about language. Another thing I would like to say still is that the lead sheets has a lot of pages, and I've chosen just two pieces to show you because they are very similar. They are repeating just because of the change of the measure and because of the different lyrics in each repetition. So you have subtle changes in melody, but it doesn't deserve to read it all then. It's important for who is singing to know each note, but I think for we that are instrumentists, we can create these variations on our playing, on our way of playing. Alright, choose one version of the melody you like and study it and create your own variations. Alright, I'm gonna show you the 8th section of this song. And I'm gonna play the whole song starting with this pattern that is typical in viola. It's written for me baião, but it's not a baião, it's some caipira style that's different. One more time. Let me play the melody. And this is the first part, and we have a second part that has this melody that I put here for you. And so it's gonna return to the first part. I'm gonna take off the lead sheet and show you some characteristics of the viola music that's played, some tools they use that sound very characteristics. And the first one I would like to say about it's the ponteado. Ponteado is a technique of composition technique that use one string with during pedal and pressing another parts of that string and creating melodies alternating with this pedal point. So for example, for this first melody, I would play so it's typical, alright, one resource that is very typical of this music. Other one is the use of thirds or sixths. This part sounds very interesting. It's very typical. These arpeggiatures are common in the top note of these intervals. It's arpeggiature just in the one of the two notes that play this interval. There is other thing that's interesting, some chromatic notes, but it's not a chromatism that's played, really played with intention, but it's a chromatism that sounds because of the slide of the acoustic guitar, this viola caipira that I said. So for example, notes. Besides, these arpeggios are very typical also. And the repetition of notes. And so the song goes through a baião part. It's not a baião. This is like a rasqueado. And the style. So we're gonna play so it repeats a lot of times the same melodies and goes to the B section that is added. There is one melody of the composer Michel Camilo that's very similar with this. It's very similar, but I think Michel Camilo inspired himself in this song because I think this song is older than Michel Camilo's. So in this part, we can apply some concepts like I've told you. Alright, so this is the main melody, alright, of the song. And what could we think to improvise? There are some arpeggios of the Caipira viola that's we can play. These arpeggios are very typical. Then I can work better on them if I play slow. and I can work to make the melodies more detailed. Alright, this is a possibility of improvising. We can use the pedal point to create that ponteado sensation. We can use that thirds that I work on. Sixth as well. This phrase. These were the thirds. We can use that appoggiatures also. Let me try to put better. If you aren't able the first time, just play slower. This is some of the possibilities. Let's try to note that when I try something and I'm not able, I try to correct that idea, because I'm becoming myself capable of applying that my research to the form. The first times are most of the time they are not easy to play in the language and reading the first with the sight reading. Right? It's not this is not pure sight reading, because I'm reading. I know the song, all right, but I've never played I never studied it in a way that I've memorized. I'm learning now, so the melodic language is not present yet in my playing. Other thing I would like to show you, it's very similar that with a biome, because it has that feel and so we can use ideas from the biome language to applying the song, creating using a similarity to have to amplify the melodic language. So I'm gonna play a little of the resources that happens in Baião. These resources, for example, now I've used thirds, and they are calm, and we can use the different divisions in melodic and the melody of Baião, like the dotted A note with a 16th note. Some typical figures, cells, melodic cells of Baião also. So we can always, when we have some similarities with some Brazilian style, we can take advantage of it and using the same language, melodic language, in different songs. This melodic language is gonna often work, all right? I'm sorry today because I'm playing in a low volume, and I had problems in the lives before that I've done today, and I have to play with no sound, with a low sound, all right? So that's it. I hope you have enjoyed and learned something about this. And I'm here every day doing lives, talking about the Brazilian music, the different songs, and the improvise and the language, the melodic language, that, as I said so many times here in this channel, some people think to play Brazilian music is just to improvise jazz in a Brazilian theme. And to improvise in Brazilian music, I think you have to know the melodies. You have to create inside the melodies. That is one of the most richness of Brazilian music. All right. Thanks for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. I'm sorry I'm I'm a little tired today, but I'm promising for you better lives with more quality and more good explanations for what you ask me. Alright? Thanks for watching and see you tomorrow for more lives about the Brazilian accent in improvisation. Thanks and bye bye.